Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our mech warriors. Got a fair amount of experience in that last mission.
Good to go.
Brunswick sat out.
Standing by.
No, he didn't. He was in that last mission. That's why he has 1,000 experience.
Commander.
Crackshot sat out.
Commander?
Hey, Drake. I'd like you to get multi-target. So we'll wait on that.
Good to go.
Theo, we're still trying to save to get to this. I'm still saving for that, so not really anything to do right now. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the remaining contracts. Another one with good pay and salvage. This is capture base. Wow, this one's amazing. Look at that salvage, that's crazy. Well, I hope there's enough targets to get that kind of salvage. 7 and 31. Let's do this one first, because we're definitely going to want to do it. I don't know how target acquisition works. I think I've done one of these missions, but it's been long enough that I don't remember. There's a Davian base in this region. We have the equipment to level it. However, our recon capability has been diminished. We would like you to take a team and attack the installation. Place beacons for our artillery to target and exfiltrate while our guns destroy the base. Ah. Well, apparently Cobalt doesn't like this type of mission. And from the description, it sounds like it might not be all that great, but oh well. Commander, there is nothing glamorous about sighting targets for big guns, but the fireworks can be exciting. Just make sure you clear of the blast radius before those shells land. Alright. Well, again, this salvage is crazy. They said they rebalanced target acquisition. Alright, hopefully that's the case. I honestly think this salvage is too crazy. I don't think we're going to get this much salvage from a 1 skull mission, so I'm going to put it on 2 and 10. That's still pretty damn good. And we'll get a fair amount of money out of it, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and do the mission. Again, I don't see a reason to change our mechs, especially as we don't really have any other mechs to use, and the pilots are fine. These are our best pilots, and I figure we stick with them for now because this mission may be difficult. I really don't know. I don't really remember how the target acquisition missions work. Out of curiosity, do you guys know what DLC this was added in with? Because I feel like I've done one before, but I feel like it's been a while. And I didn't play much of Urban Warfare when that came out. I didn't play very much of it, so... Because I'm fairly certain it was not in the game launch. And I don't think I saw it in Flashpoint, but maybe I did. I don't remember. Alright.
Command interface initiated.
We are tasked with marking an area for artillery strike. You need to place beacons to designate the attack position. This will take some time to do so. Oh, I have done a mission like this in a Flashpoint. This will take some time to do, so keep the unit placing the beacon nearby. This was the mission we failed in the last career that got 2 of our pilots killed, although that was a 4.5 skull mission. Enemy units can disrupt the targeting of the beacons. They will deploy forces with the intent to disrupt our beacons. Do not let enemies get near them. We'll probably just kill all the enemies. There might be a time limit, though. I won't lie, our window of opportunity for the strike is small and time is limited. Of course it is. You will likely have to split your lance in order to place all the beacons in time. Unfortunately, all of my mechs except my Phoenix Hawk are very slow, so... Okay. Artillery is not discriminate about what it destroys. Be sure to clear the area once the firing starts. Once the fire mission is complete, get out of there, extract at our established LZ. Alright, so...
This place isn't so bad.
Everything
right?
is on a time limit. We have 8 rounds, so this is going to be me more or less sprinting to the objectives.
Yes, Commander.
Was that in Flashpoint? Okay. I think I've done this mission type only a couple times, and I know I had this mission type for in a Flashpoint, which I wasn't so thrilled with, so now I understand people's reaction. Yeah, I'm just going to sprint here. We're going to try and get there as fast as possible. What's the environment? Badlands. So it's just a night mission here.
Moving out.
Alright, I don't really have a strategy of how I'm going to split this up just yet. I'll probably send the Phoenix Hawk to do the furthest one. So let's have the Enforcer do the closest one, because it seems like that's where the enemy is. We'll have the Vindicator and the Panther divert off to this one, which isn't that far away, comparatively speaking. And then we'll have the Phoenix Hawk. What would be better? A jump here? Yeah, a jump would be much better. Kind of go off to this one way in the back. If you have any attack opportunities, I'll take them. Although this terrain is fairly rugged over here, so I'm probably going to use jump jets fairly commonly. As a matter of fact, let's just jump there now. Like, start heading over to the one side to get up on top of this ridge up here. Once we get on the ridge, we could probably sprint a good chunk of the way. Okay. So, the Vindicator. I'm going to be fairly aggressive with these moves. It's going to sprint this way. Head towards that one point.
Aye, aye.
I want the Panther to go next. Yeah, we're already contacting the enemy. I expect we're going to have some somewhat fierce fighting here.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I can already see the enemy if I so choose. Go ahead and use this opportunity to jump. Actually, sprint might be the better move. It depends on who goes first in this one, but I might jump into the wood here and engage the commando on my first move if I get to go first. And then the Enforcer is going to, again, time is of the essence, so I'm going to sprint here.
Affirmative.
8 turns is a fair amount. Oh, okay, we can sprint there. Could we jump further? We could jump further. Yeah, I'm going to jump here, and then we'll start looking to sprint the rest of the way. Because once this combat engages, we only have 6 rounds. Okay, Locust 1M. Gonna go after our Enforcer. Okay, so we do get an opportunity here to attack the Commando before it gets to go. I'm not going to target the Locust because the Locust is going to be too hard of a target to hit.
Good to go.
Panther with a full-on jump here. Very aggressive placement. Is going to look to
Engaging jump.
kind of hold the enemy. They do have full armor, but it might just be the 2 of them. No, there's 3. There's another contact somewhere. Okay, here comes 1B. It's only a 1B variant. And it is attacking the Panther, which is actually ideal because we had good evasion and cover. We have one more light mech somewhere. It's up there. Going after the Enforcer. Okay. Now it's time for the medium mechs to counterattack. We'll have the Enforcer
What can I do for you?
walk or jump. Probably jump because we want to get close to this objective. We can get all of our weapons to bear if I jump. Matter of fact, let's jump here. I think we might be in range to jump next turn, which is kind of ideal. All right, yeah, jump there.
Here we go.
Go after the Commando, which I consider more threatening than the Locust right now, and also easier to hit.
Firing
Good hit.
everything I've got.
Fortunately, the large laser missed.
There's more.
Yeah,
where
there's
that
a
came
lot of
from.
mechs in stores. I agree with that, but I haven't been able to find very many weapons in stores. As a matter of fact, in the first planet we were in, I wrote down the name of the planet because I was like, oh man, this is unusual. But then there weren't that many weapons, and that's why we have struggled a little bit at first with
Yes, Commander.
getting the Enforcer set up the way we would like. All right, again, I want to move aggressively here to try and get towards the objective because we are on a time limit. This might be a good example of a time to do a multi-target here. $25, $15, I mean... Alright.
Lifting off.
Multi-target. You're going to be A. You're going to be B all the way over here, and you're going to be the LRM 5, which has a poor chance of hitting any of these targets anyway, so we'll just use it to burn evasion. It was I had a better chance to hit the Commando, but I don't really care.
Got it.
Okay, got another arm off. And anyway, this thing, the Locust up here, will only have one evasion after we're done. Wow, we actually hit with a couple missiles. All right. I don't want to jump in this mineral field because it will make my chance to hit really bad. But I do want to jump. Enemy might be able to get in behind me, especially that Locust 1M might try and hit me in the back, but honestly I have so much evasion I'm not sure I care. We could go in for the machine guns. You know what? Yeah, fine. We're going a little further away from the objective, which might not be a good idea, but every little bit of damage might count.
Engaging jump jets.
And we should be able to get a full salvo up on this turn.
All weapons committed.
Fortunately, the large laser missed. We just took out
Enemy
his
mech
leg,
particle
which gets us a
damage
good
detected.
position there. I probably would just ignore his ass. I mean, we have time that I could finish him, but I don't know. Okay. Well, Brunswick needs to keep going. I mean, if the Enforcer is going to go here and the Vindicator is going to go here, we could use the Panther
For orders.
to take out the enemy mechs. The Locust just stood still, so... And I'm not sure the Commando has really any weapons left. It has an SRM-2, which is not really all that threatening.
Yep.
There's a possibility he'll go in for a melee strike or something,
On my way.
which I'm not sure there's a whole lot I can do to prevent that. Yeah, I guess a precision strike doesn't hurt too bad here.
All weapons are going.
Okay. Or weapon systems knocked out there. Yeah, he's going to go in with a melee strike against the Enforcer, which isn't going to do too much damage, honestly. Again, I may just ignore him. If our goal is to get into the objective, I will do so. As a matter of fact, let's keep on the same side. Maximize our damage potential.
I leap. I soon.
Attention, all Davian forces. Focus fire on the mechs placing beacons for our artillery strike. Fire at will and bring them down. Well, they'll try, but this one I think was going to die.
Alpha strike.
If I had the ability to multi-target, I would have there, but this guy can only hit one target
Bang.
at any given
You're
time.
dead.
Okay, the Locust 1M that we knocked down is going to get back up. Fortunately, it's coming towards me, which means I'm not likely going to be able to finish him off. Maybe if I jump and then we get a large laser strike on him.
Good to go.
Start moving Leo in the direction to get towards the objective. We will open up on the Commando, though, while we're going.
Firing.
Missed with the large laser. Alright. I might not actually be able to jump here. The terrain is such where I kind of need to jump, so... that kind of sucks. Alright, well, I'm going to have to save my heat to be able to jump next turn, then. And then I'm hoping we'll be able to jump into the objective from here, because we've got fairly good. That's some Black Knight stuff. Alright, probably just a single medium laser here, so we can save a little bit on the heat. We could still possibly get the kill, though, if this lands.
Engaging target.
Yay, it's dead.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Commander, our window of opportunity for the strike is closing. At least half of our time has expired. You'll need to move quickly if you're to accomplish this. I'm trying, buddy. Another attempt on the kick here. Now, we did place this beacon, so we don't really have to worry about that.
Waiting for orders.
Let's just come in and punch him ourselves. Teach him a lesson.
On it. Oh.
That's how you kick.
Target eliminated.
All right.
Orders?
Vindicator should be able to jump in place here.
I copy.
And I'm hoping the Phoenix Hawk will be able to jump far enough without overheating. I might take the overheat damage if is what we... Nah, we're fine. I think the extraction point was over by the Phoenix Hawk, which is a little problematic for some of our slower mechs.
I hear ya.
So Drake is going to go ahead and start sprinting in that direction. I'm fairly certain they highlighted over here somewhere for our extraction point. I honestly don't remember. And if they don't give me a lot of time to extract, which is what happened in the last time I had to do a mission like this, we may fail the mission. Well, that's always a good movie to watch again.
We can do this.
Okay, it's over
Let's
here.
go.
I'm worried the Vindicator is not in a good position. Observer actual, this is fire control. Target locked. Firing for effect. HE 5 rounds. Danger close. Observer actual, this is fire control. Shot over. Splash in 30. Fire control, this is observer actual. Confirmed. Shot out. Okay, so don't be in that spot. Wait.
Aye, aye.
Oh, we're still doing the initiative scale. I hope they don't skip over one of my turns. Sometimes that happens. So impact is in 2 rounds. So as long as we're not in that region, I guess we're okay. I guess a jump doesn't really matter. Whether it be a sprint or a jump, it gets us about as far.
Lifting off.
Okay.
Waiting on you, Commander. Taking the
But
high road.
again, from my experience, you get this 2 round. The one mission we had, you get the 2 rounds where you have to wait, and then after that, you have another time limit to extract. So we are not going to let that happen to us again, where it screws us. So yeah, sprint right towards the explosion, right? Sadly, it is the quickest path. So I'm hoping we don't get blown up. I mean, the red, I'm pretty sure the red circle is what's marking it. Okay, and you're just going to, here, kind of just chill out.
Warning. Incoming artillery fire.
All right, Brunswick is going to continue to jump away. And he's going to get proper Hollywood fashion. He's going to have the explosions in behind him as he jumps. At least that's how we're going to envision it. Okay.
What's up, boss?
Jump right there, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and jump here. We can't get up on that ridge, but I think if we have, like, I don't know, a 4-turn time limit, we should be able to get out.
What can I do for you?
Just do a sprint. That should get us plenty far.
Pedal to the metal.
Oh, they're not letting us see the explosion. No, it's off screen. I tried to pan it, but it didn't let me. Fire control, this is observe actual. Good effect on target. Target's destroyed. Okay. Yeah, we do have 3 rounds to extract. So, less than I thought.
Orders.
But again, we should be able to get there because I more or less moving right towards it.
Standing by.
I mean, honestly, it might come down to the wire with this Vindicator. If it comes down to it and it
Aye, aye.
looks like I'm not going to be able... Why did I turn that way? Because I'm a moron. Yeah, I'll just... Yeah, exactly, Cobalt. I'll just eject him. Okay. Drake is
I hear
already
ya.
in.
You betcha.
I wouldn't want to do that, of course, but it's better than failing the mission, a mission that we should already succeed at. I should not have turned the Vindicator that way. That actually has kind of screwed me a little bit. Because I am not going to be able to as easily sprint, I think, because of my facing. Pardon me 1 second. Yeah. Brace.
Ready for orders.
Might be okay. Okay, we're gonna make it out. Because we have one more round after this one.
Confirmed.
We just hold.
Stabilizing. Engaging coolant system.
Hold. Alright, last round.
Receiving you.
And Leo, walk in. And that right there is why I don't like those objectives, because I barely made it in. And if I hadn't moved pretty much right out the gate toward the direction I need to extract, I wouldn't have made it. I kind of wish they would give you a little bit more time with these missions, but alright. The target is destroyed. Pack it in, Commander. We're done here.
Mission successful.
Now, part of the problem was I had slower mechs. But yeah. Alright. We only got 500 experience, even though that was supposed to be a full skull, so I guess they decided that was not a full skull mission. We have... I mean, it doesn't matter what I take, because we're getting everything here. We got very little salvage. So we're going to get a Commander 1B, which I'm just going to put down in storage. And then we get all these other things. It would have been nice if it had actually been the difficulty it was supposed to be, but oh well. We probably would have gotten more salvage that way. But then again, maybe we wouldn't have gotten out in time.
That mech you wanted is
All right.
online.
We're just going to send this down into storage. Okay. I doubt we have enough experience for anybody.
Yeah.
But I guess we might as well
Here we
check.
go.
Okay, yes, we can get multi-target. That's fairly important. So go ahead and take that. Because there are many times I was like, I wish I had multi-target right now. And now I can't say that anymore.
Standing by.
Still saving up for that. I'm still saving up here. All right. Move on with the next couple contracts. Okay, so capture base, escort. I'm not doing the escort mission, so capture base is the only thing we have left in the system. Pays fairly well, and it has good salvage, so I'll keep it as is. And... oh, hello. I didn't read the mission description. What does the mission description say? Because now I'm a little curious of why things are the way they are. Hold on 1 second. I will read the mission description, because apparently there's stuff going on here. We're training a group of mech warriors to act as a local defense force, and we'd like you to assist in their training. Well, that explains that. There's a decommissioned pyro base that we need to take ownership of. As it's undefended, this is a perfect... oh, it's not undefended. Of course it's not. It's a perfect opportunity for our trainees to practice operating as a team in a low-risk environment. We need you to send along a single experienced mech warrior to keep an eye on them and model good behavior for them. Excuse me, a little bit of a hiccup there. All right, this seems like a mission where afterwards we'll say it was supposed to be undefended. They hit that one on the nose. They all have to survive. All right. I think we can manage that. We're definitely not going to put Drake in there. We're going to go ahead and put my pilot in. And we're going to get the Phoenix Hawk in there. So what do we got? An urban mech. Ooh. A Panther and a Commando. I can't... it's a 2D. 2Ds are good. I like that. Oh, wow. This guy's terrible, though. This guy's even worse. Man, that urban mech's not going to get anything done. One gunnery skill? Holy crap. Alright, well, we're going to do it nonetheless. I think it's fun having these green recruits, having to lead them in. Alright. Thankfully, outside of the commando, the other two mechs are fairly well defended for light mechs. Both the urban mech and the panther have fairly good armor for their weight.
Command
So if we
interface
make a couple slight
initiated.
mistakes, we won't be punished for it too hard. So all we got to do is just walk in there and stand around. This job sounds like bullshit to me. I want to learn how to shoot, not stand around. I don't know. The mission sounds good to me. I need more practice driving this thing anyway. That doesn't inspire confidence. Let's confirm the base is undefended. Commander, move up to this location, and you should be able to get eyes on the base. Can we blow up some of the buildings? Sure, buddy. His name's Stubble. I like that. Guano! And Pontoon. I love the names. Although I like Stubble better. Yeah, sure. Commando, you just run up there.
Heading out.
Oh, they're a little banged up already. Oh, that's unfortunate. Jump.
On my way.
Still sprinting is the best move here. The urban mech is going to be really slow.
Confirmed.
Alright, let's get going. They're kind of in my way, so I'm going to jump. We'll sprint after this to cool off a little bit. Although, we do cool off. Not sure how we do that. Because heat scale should be showing what our heat's going to be like at after the turn's over. I'm trying to get in sensor range fairly quickly.
Engaging jump jets.
Yeah, so we should have that much heat once we're done. But then we don't. Really sure how that works, but okay. I'll take it.
On my way.
We probably should not be sprinting as aggressively forward as we are with the commando in particular. The other two, it doesn't really matter, but the commando is way faster than those, so we don't really want them to get too far ahead. Alright, so this should be the turn that we get in contact. If you pilot trunk, you can pilot anytime. If you say so. Alright, this should give us contact with the base, or at least sensor. There's the base up ahead. It looks empty. That sucks. Can I shoot some of the buildings anyway? Huh? I'm picking up engine signatures, boss. Reinforcements. And they're headed your way. Oh shit! Oh shit! I don't want to die! Pontoon doesn't inspire confidence. Get your lands into the base, Commander, and hold out until our employer can get some more people on the ground. Hey Darius, didn't they say the base was decommissioned? Guess why? Do you have something? Those are turrets, boss, and they're not offline. They're powered up and pinging me and the leopard. Turrets? And they're gonna shoot at us? Wait, I thought this was... Hell yeah! Live fire, baby!
Enemy detected.
Okay. So this is where the engine contacts are. Kind of need these other pilots to get into position here, but I also need some fire support. So I'm going to sprint the commando up. I'm also going to sprint the other two mechs because they're way well behind now.
Order acknowledged.
Okay, the turret thing kind of caught me a little off guard. Out of combat, just ended after jump. All right. Let's go ahead and reserve. Reserve again.
Standing by.
Reserve again.
Standing by.
So maybe that one went already. I mean, we've got two more turrets, so we're going to do this.
Commander?
so that they can't possibly do anything against me at the moment. So we're going to have the urban mech just sprint up, kind of waste their turns. Just a little confused with how fast their turns are calculating. I think I do want the Panther to come up on this ridge if possible. Although the Panther may actually be able to get some attacks off. This is how I'm going to do this. Yeah, we'll jump in, pretty aggressive. We should have already burned through a couple of turrets' turns. This one hasn't moved yet, but if we kill it, I won't really be able to retaliate much. We have a lot of evasion. He will be bad.
Jump jets.
Light laser turret. It has full health. We do get damage buff when we attack the same turn we jump.
Engaging target.
That should kill it. Yeah. So they should only have one turret left to go. We don't know what that's going to be. Oh, they didn't do anything. Maybe they don't do anything this turn. I don't have vision on any of the other turrets, so sadly I'm not going to be doing anything with the Panther this turn, but maybe next turn. Alright.
Good to go.
Oh, I guess you could have sprinted ahead with Guano here and gotten the vision we needed. I guess I'll just sprint into the woods here.
Double time. Let's go.
Alright, we need to establish that line of sight.
Commander.
I'm going to go ahead and do so. Although, you know what? We don't... There's supposedly some contacts. We're not getting anything from them, so it's possible we won't get anything until we get in the base proper.
What's up, boss?
That's starting to be what the feeling I'm getting.
Move order received.
Alright, let's see if we can finish this guy. LRM turret, very high priority.
Now let's see how you handle this.
We should have enough damage
Let's
to kill
get
it.
this done, team. Reporting. Turret eliminated.
Okay, so there's only 2 turrets left. I think we reserve here. We let them go.
Standing
Again,
by.
the urban mech is going to be way out of position, so we continue to sprint with it. Get it closer, wasting the other turret's turn. Okay. And the Phoenix Hawk we're going to carry into the water. Try and cool off a bit. Only having a large laser, unfortunately. Maybe the PPC can knock it out. Although I don't have
I live
a lot
to
of
serve.
faith in Stubble's accuracy. We do have the terrain advantage, though.
Engaging
And
jump
it is
jet.
a unmoving target. No, it's not enough damage, even if it lands.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements.
Alright, they're here now.
Heading your way.
Unfortunately, our Phoenix Hawk's not in a great position for that. So we're probably going to take some damage here. Ow. Alright. So the commando is going to swing around and try and finish off this turret.
On my way. All weapons are go.
In theory, we have enough damage to do so. Or we don't. That puts kind of a crimp in my day.
I await your command.
Pontoon, are you able to get in position for anything? No. Can't get into position for anything. Oh boy, do I love urban mechs. They are so good. No point in burning your turn then.
I'm here.
Oh, you're not gonna. Oh, you actually have not bad that accuracy here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this other turret though, and then I guess my goal with the Phoenix Hawk is to finish off the other turret before it gets a chance to go.
Locking target.
Probably take a little bit more damage
There's one left.
on the
for
Phoenix
mine.
Hawk, unfortunately, because of the bad positioning. I didn't expect the enemy to show up. At this point, I expected him to show up when we went in, so... I have an Enforcer. Thankfully, it did not shoot at me. That may have hurt. Okay. I'm gonna jump up here. We're gonna try and aim to take it out with the machine guns, because it doesn't really have a whole lot of health to speak of.
Engaging jump jets.
There we go.
Target destroyed.
Alright, and they can't see me, so... we're
Waiting for
fine
orders.
for concluding the rest of this turn. They might be able to get into a position to see me this coming turn, though, so just to be on the safe side, I am going to jump. Give
Alright.
myself a little bit of... need to jump down the ridge? Oh, well. Maybe Vigilance would have been a good call for that turn, but that's okay. I kind of want to wait for them to come to me. Could just be the two mechs. Really hard to say.
Holding for tactical advantage.
The Enforcer is dangerous. Alright, Pontoon,
I'm
can you get
receiving
vision? Sure can't. Alright. So we're kind of reliant.
Hey there.
My one cat is being very vocal right now. I feel like I have really no choice because I'm not going to be in range to do anything anyway, so we're just going to sprint.
No
And
shooting
establish
to the
line of sight.
Standing by.
And the Panther is already in a pretty good position to attack. We could jump down and get probably our SRM-4s in. Those mechas are already running kind of hot. So I think the right move here, we use our cold shot because we've got high morale anyway. We just do what damage we can to the Enforcer because the Enforcer
Standing by.
probably the most threatening target. I need to get closer.
Roger.
Probably do the same thing with the Urban Mech because we want the AC-10 to land. Because if the AC-10 doesn't land, well,
All right.
keep hitting that leg. That's good. All right. Positioning is not all that great right now. I wish I could walk into the water rather than having to jump. Alright, I'm going to jump into the water. I'm going to use Vigilance to give myself some initiative. Icky. Just go large laser, I guess.
Engaging target.
I mean, it only likely has a target on me. Okay. We'll be able to go in and melee him. But right now, we have to worry about the Enforcer. So let's have Stubble start the party. Actually, no. Have Pontoon
I'm receiving you.
jump. Get closer. Only a 65% chance to hit, but it's not going to get any better, so... Fortunately, we missed.
Negative damage. Repeat. Negative damage.
I'm your spaniel.
Not sure how much we're gonna really get done here.
I'm going. Feel my wrath.
Enforcer can really take a beating, and we're not really doing too much to this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and let it go at this stage. Not really a big fan of that, but maybe it'll do something that we want it to do. Yeah, missed the commando. Alright. Oh, I can't melee him. A lot of my plan... Oop, nope. Trying to move. Not attack. Yeah, a lot of my plan revolved around meleeing that commando, but I'm going to move and get into the rear of the Enforcer. If I remember correctly, Enforcers have really terrible rear armor. It's going to be a multi-target situation. You're going to be A. You're going to be B. I'm not sure if we're overheating here. It looks like a no. I hope that's the case.
Engaging multiple targets.
Feel like we missed a hell of a lot there. Ugh.
How's it going?
A drop pod is inbound. Well, I guess we go this way because we've got more maneuvering room. Why is it hitting here but not here? Oh well.
I copy.
Go ahead and open up on this guy.
Firing all weapons.
Commander getting in on my rear, unfortunately. Thankfully it missed a lot. Well, now we're in melee range.
Minimal.
I think we stay on the back of the Enforcer, though, is probably the smarter move. Okay.
Commander?
Gonna have pontoon jump. We getting better range here? No, that's as good as it gets. Alright, so we'll jump to get as much evasion as we can. We'll use the precision strike,
Confirmed.
knock him down in initiative. That way we can get another rear strike with Phoenix Hawk before he gets a chance to go. And hopefully this makes the AC-10 more accurate. We'll go after that leg again.
Affirmative.
Okay, we didn't get it, but that's okay. We still landed with the AC-10, and that kind of stuff does hurt.
Orders?
Double. If I jumped forward, I don't honestly know if I'd be able to fire everything here.
Got it, Commander.
No. Damn.
Affirmative.
Okay. Well, we knocked him unsteady. I guess that's
Something
somewhat of a victory. Okay. You know, I should, yeah, I guess this is what we're gonna do. I want to get as much damage as I can.
Position confirmed. Targeting for an alpha strike.
Unfortunately, with the Phoenix Hawk, I do not have any more weapons that would knock the stability out. We also don't have as much damage here. Did I not hit him at all in the rear section?
Targeting rear armor.
We missed twice with our large laser. Thank God that AC-10 did not land.
Internal structure damage.
Well, I'm set up for another rear attack. Thankfully, he went first, so in theory, we can counter.
Standing by.
Why are we still having the drop pod warning? I can't get into a position to attack the other commando, though.
Waiting for orders.
He's not with you. Where do I have to be able to get that position? There? And we have a terrible chance of hitting. I think we're just better off continuing to attack the enforcer there. So, ideally, what I would do here, well, frankly, it doesn't matter. So, just keep hitting the enforcer, try and do as much damage as I can. He did attack, so it's not going to burn down his stability problems as much.
Affirmative.
So, who knows? We might be able to knock him around, but the... Okay, the commando's going to go somewhere else. Go after a commando. Thankfully, it missed. Okay.
Yes, Commander. Here we go.
Another AC-10 shot. Please land.
Firing.
Nope.
I missed.
Receiving you.
So, as far as I can tell, the Enforcer still has all of its firepower. And it's difficult for me to move in a way that I can get good evasion up.
Position
So that he
confirmed.
can't just wreck me.
Roger that.
We got an arm off, that helps.
Critical hit, Commander.
Ouch.
I'm gonna need a medic.
We keep attacking it in the rear at this point. I think that's somewhat pointless to keep doing. I figure we just stay on the Enforcer here until it's down. I really just don't like the situation we're in right now, but it is what it is.
Engaging target.
I feel like we're not doing enough damage.
Enemy mech.
Depending on how that commando attacks next turn, we actually may lose a mech here. That's gonna go after my rear again. We're gonna have to repair the Phoenix Hawk. Oh, F!
Warning. Damage critical.
Well, we just lost a system I can't replace. Oh, this battle pisses me off. That was the worst thing that could have happened.
I'm here.
That just screwed us so hard. The system's replaced automatically. Okay, thank you, Blotted Mike, because I was ready to have a heart attack. Thank you for letting me rest a little easy there. Because I was not sure about that myself.
Bon appetit.
Oh, come on, stop missing. Okay, they're like the hatchet on the hatchetman.
Good to go.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm not sure we're really getting where we need to take this guy out. I will use a precision strike here, because I figure why not. Gonna go straight center torso. Maybe we get the kill here. But it's starting to get to that point where I feel like I cannot ignore this commando anymore. So if I don't get to kill here, I'm starting to worry, you know?
Confirmed.
And we just keep missing with... This is why I hate urban mechs. Yeah, I just cannot let this commando continue to get rear shots on me. Like, ideally, we just keep going after the the enforcer, but if I keep doing that, it's just going to keep getting rear shots on me. And to be able to get into a position to attack the enforcer, I'm going to overheat to the point I'm not going to get any attacks off. So I'm not really even sure what the point of this move is. But like the only other option I see that we have is that I go after the commando on its rear, but I'm not going to take it out in one turn. So that's... I'd really start punching and kicking it, but if I do that, I'm a sitting duck and the enforcer just smacks me. So I really don't know what to do in this situation. I mean, in theory, we could get in behind the commando and then it'd be a frontal shot. But then the commando would get in behind me next turn and hit me in the rear again. So I have to break away from it. If I have any chance of stopping it from continuing to hit me in the rear, yeah, I cannot take any more hits in my rear. This is just... I have to break away. So I hate this move because I'm not going to be able to get anything off, but we need to do it because, frankly, I can't take any more rear hits. I just kept whiffing the large laser shots, so I can't fire a single thing without overheating. So yeah, we're not going to be doing anything this turn. And I'm not going to take the overheat damage, because with that overheat damage, I actually may lose the left or right torso section, whichever one is the one that's damaged. Because I don't have a lot of hit points in that section. So, thankfully, he did attack me.
Standing by.
Yeah. I do not have enough.
Thy will be done.
The terrain of this battle is just absolutely terrible. I can't get good sight lines anywhere. Alright. Just gonna let the commando go here.
Waiting for the shot.
Probably gonna let the enforcer go too. I mean, it only has 21 health, so
Waiting for orders.
we might be able to finish it. I just can't get good sight lines on it right now.
I'm receiving you.
So we just stay put. Goes out to the Phoenix Hawk. Man. Alright. Well, the commander survived.
My internals are taking a beating.
Got 3 evasion. So
Yes,
my
Commander.
allies here are going to have a hard time hitting him. If I jump in aggressively, can I get the small laser in range? I sure can't. And a shot from the AC-10 would just be a waste. I mean, the only thing we'd be accomplishing is getting that evasion down.
Waiting for orders.
These pilots are just so bad. Not really a whole lot I can do with them, but I guess it's okay. We'll do what we can.
Roger that.
Okay. I can't get in to do anything.
Waiting for orders.
If I jump, I'm too hot. If I walk, I'm too hot. If I'm not in the water. And everything's so blocked up here, I can't walk anywhere. Alright, F it. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna get the machine guns in there. I'm not gonna be able to fire a whole lot, but...
Engaging
Oh well.
jets.
Just this battle is starting to really frustrate the hell out of me. Turn that off. Okay, we can get immediate 2 medium lasers and 2 machine guns. Maybe that will kill him, because he only has so much health.
Engaging target.
Yeah, we did it! Now we just focus on the commando.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay, Guano,
Commander?
you really can't take much more damage. So I'm really not sure I want to keep you fighting.
Commander?
Pontoon really can't do a whole lot of anything. Just have it sprint.
Aye.
I guess if we get in behind this, it can't get to me, so we'll do that with Guano. I'll just get in behind this. I mean, maybe he circles around and can see me. Well, we could precision strike him. All right, I guess that works. Precision strike him. We're in position for our other two mechs after that. Go after the leg that's already damaged. All right, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this.
Standing
Hey,
by.
Urban Mech, you can do it. No, you can't. Oh, you can do it there. Yay! Small laser, go!
Engaging jump jet.
Urban Mech, best mech.
Target locked.
Yay!
That hit something good.
All right, guys.
I'm here.
Looks like we've got it, but I'm not gonna count everything before it happens.
Welcome to my Alpha strike.
All right, that's it, Commander. Our employer is sending in the cavalry. Good work. Oh, really? Come on, I want more targets. Yeah, one gunnery. That was a frustrating as hell battle, man. Well, it certainly was an experience, Darius. I think we should get hazard pay for this kind of mission. I agree. Startmeyer, it all worked out fine, and we got paid. I didn't really.
Mission successful.
But I'm glad, if people are right, then you get those special systems back after you repair the mech, which is good. Because otherwise, I don't know how you get a replacement. That was what I was starting to really worry about. Okay. Contract payment, we get a little bit of increase. I wouldn't mind another enforcer part here, although, yeah, I mean, we're probably going to get most of everything here, so probably doesn't matter. We'll just grab a large laser. And we probably got everything else. I don't know, I kind of regret taking the Phoenix Hawk in now, because as much as it was able to do some good work, it just ran too hot in that environment. Probably should have gone with the Enforcer, my own Enforcer, or the Vindicator, probably even better. Yeah, we need to not fight in deserts and stuff. All right, well, that was the last contract we were going to do in this system, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with the escort mission, so... You do have to refit. You guys are indeed right. I was just about to have a heart attack, though, if that's not how it worked, but... Well, not a heart attack. That's a little extreme, but it was very important that we get that system back, because otherwise, the Phoenix Hawk would have been much diminished in its abilities. You know what? Before we do this, fully, we want to stick with what this mech has. So if I were to change this mech, what I would do is I'd strip out the large laser, replace it with a medium laser. Oh, the coil weapon. So damage times evasion. In theory, we could do 105 damage in one turn with this thing. It does weigh 2 tons, so it's fairly heavy. And it does generate 30 heat, which is just outrageous amounts of heat. But what I'm leaning towards... We have to keep in mind that I do additional damage when I jump. Right now, the machine guns get no benefit of that, but the benefit of the machine guns is that they do not generate any heat when they are fired. Which is nice. I've been actually enjoying that. I'm not sure... Keep in mind, coils don't charge from jumps. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Apparently says that in the description. It also apparently explodes if destroyed. I'm noticing that at the bottom paragraph, but let's just read it. The contained overflow inertia linkage coil systems of beam weaponry, translates power from motion into a kinetic battery for rapid release. In practical terms, this means that the further a unit moves in a turn, tracked as evasive charges, the more damage it can dish out with its coil attack. And the more heat it generates. Oh. So that 30 heat might not be actually accurate. Coil weapons will explode if destroyed, devastating the installed location. The coil S generates the lowest yield attack output of these weapon types. Alright. And the other system we got that's special should be under... Oh, it's under energy weapons. I thought TAG was a missile system. At least it is in tabletop game, I believe. Okay, so it only does 1 damage and it has 5 heat. Range, it looks like about the same as medium laser. Indeed. Okay, so it does plus 10% damage marked, energy or ballistic. This is not working the way I remember TAG working. Let's just read the thing. Target acquisition gear, TAG, is a specialized piece of equipment that paints a target for better impact efficiency for direct fire weapons. Yes, that's very much not how TAG works in the tabletop game. In practical terms, that means that incoming damage from ballistic and energy weapons is boosted against any target that has been hit with a tag shot. So that's very different than the way it works in the tabletop game. In the tabletop game, it's a missile system, and it helps indirect fire be more accurate, if I remember correctly. So I'm glad I read that. Not likely going to use this right now, but maybe in the future. That would be a good one to put on whatever scout we end up using. How heavy is it? 1 ton, but it takes up 3 slots. Okay, that's not too bad on a lighter or a medium mech. Alright, so the thing that I had in my head is we strip out the large laser and we put in the medium laser to replace it. We would drop... Well, considering the extra damage that we do, medium lasers are seemingly doing 30 damage when we jump, and large lasers are doing 48. So we would drop 18 damage. We would make the attacks be much more close range than they've been, which I'm okay with for an attacker. We would be more heat efficient, although large lasers aren't that bad from a heat efficiency standpoint in this game. They only generate 18 heat, so that's not that much of a difference. We would gain 4 tons back. And if I replace the machine guns, that would give us 2 tons back, and I could replace those with small lasers. And the benefit that small lasers would have is they would actually get additional damage from the bonus we get when we jump. So they would do 24 damage if my math is correct. So we would gain another 8. Well, if you subtract out the machine guns. So machine guns do 30. We would do 48 with those. So we would gain another 18. So in theory, we would make up for the damage we lost. And then we would have more tonnage to work with. Sorry if none of that made sense, but it'll make sense in a second when we actually do it. I feel like the default loadout is good and may not actually require this modification. I only have 1 small laser though. That's a problem. So I cannot do this modification. Let me just revert changes. Okay, so until I get another small laser, I'm not going to modify this thing, but that would be the thing that I would think to do. So we would end up having 5 tons to work with. So I could up the heat sink number, I could up the armor with that many tons, and we really wouldn't be sacrificing damage. We'd be doing the same amount of damage that we're doing now. We would just sacrifice a little bit of range with a large laser. So in my theory, like as far as I'm concerned, that would be better. Is what it is though, but I can't do it now because I don't have the equipment. So we're just going to do a normal repair.
Logged and noted.
Narc is the missile. Oh, okay. So I'm thinking of Narc. Okay. Yeah, all right. Saving my small coil for when I get a Vulcan. Yeah, that makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense to use it on Vulcan, because Vulcan gets double range with small weapons. So that makes a lot of sense to do that. Okay, so that's just going to be a basic repair. Where are we going to go? That's one thing we need to determine, so we know how much time we have to work on things. So we just went to a half skull location. We were already at the other one. So let's go up to 1 skull. We have one really nearby. That would take us 11 days to get to. This one would take 17 days to get to. I kind of am leaning towards the 11-day one. This planet seems like it's mostly okay. I do need to go into the store, though, and buy AC-5 ammo because I do not have any. I don't think I do. I have none. So we want to at least buy 1 ton of AC-5 ammo.
New equipment available.
Actually, probably wouldn't hurt to buy a second one. I mean, they're fairly cheap, and we may want to use that in the future. So let's just buy another one while we're at it.
New equipment available.
Okay. So now we know we only have 11 days, so that's not a lot of time. So let's do the Enforcer upgrade. This should probably take about 8 days, which is exactly how much time we have. We'll see, though. AC-5, replace the AC-10 ammo with the AC-5 ammo, obviously. Normally it goes in here, right? I'll put it there for now, but I might put that instead in one of the legs or something to make it safer. So we gain on heat efficiency, probably put in, because we have 4 tons to spare, put in a medium laser, which we have quite a few of. Did I misread that? Did I have more small lasers? I have 6 small lasers. I totally misread that. I was looking at the machine gun ammo. Alright, my bad. So we can do that upgrade. So I'll look back at that. We can always cancel it. Okay. I think that's not bad heat efficiency wise. We get a little bit extra damage over what we had before. Lose a little bit of long range damage, but that's okay. Medium laser gives a little bit better damage output, and then we can really up armor this thing. And considering that this is meant to be a frontline mech, that we really need to do so. So, I will do a little bit in the rear section because I feel like the Enforcer has really paper-thin armor, and I don't like that. I know a lot of people, they like to just leave the rear armor paper-thin, but for me, I just don't like it. Let's get a little bit of armor in there. Get that up to 95, 95. I mean, we still have a lot of tonnage to work with here. Let's get that up to 120, get that up to 100. Let's max out the arms, because we do have a fair amount of firepower on those arms. Yeah, exactly. We were running out of ammo with the AC-10, so I think it's a good idea to change it the way it was. Go ahead and go on 110 here. Then we'll go 105, 105. Like so. That'll do it, and then we have 1 ton left over. I'll go ahead and put a heatsink in. We don't need to absolutely max out the armor. I mean, I don't think we would have been able to do a full another ton here unless we really upped the rear armor, which I don't think I'm going to do. We'll keep this as a fairly heat-efficient mech. It loses a little bit of heat efficiency, but it'll be fine. So that takes 7 days. Alright, let's look back at the Phoenix Hawk, because I misunderstood what I was reading. Wait. Okay, repair that, that's for sure. Okay, we need to move that. This might take too long, but I like to have my stuff nice. Well, we're going to remove the machine guns anyway. Okay, so 3 medium lasers. We're going to replace that with small lasers. Oops. So there and there. So we're at 115 damage, but again, there's a 20% modifier on top of all that. Okay, so that gives us a lot of room for armor and heat sinks. Definitely heat sinks. Put 3 heat sinks in. And then armor this thing up. So most of our firepower is in our arms. So we have to protect our arms more than they are currently protected. I'd also like to repair, do some stuff with our legs as well. Our head has very little armor. And our rear section has very little armor too, which was probably why we were getting hurt so badly. As in close as we're going to be fighting, having good, solid rear armor actually really does matter. Okay. Let's go up to, I don't know, let's say 100 here, 100 here, go up to 120, and then I'll go up to 90 in the legs. All right, that gives me one more tick somewhere. I'll go with 45 in the rear torso section. I think this is pretty solid. We don't really lose anything in damage as far as I am seeing from a damage standpoint, or it's fairly close. Heat efficiency should actually be better by a decent margin. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's 10 days to do those, so that's somewhat unfortunate.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
I see no reason why not to do these refits. I mean, we have to do them anyway. Starting with the Jenner, this is a fairly easy one. This is the loadout I do for Jenners pretty much at all times. You do away with the SRM-4. You know, we are running over time. I normally take a break at about 2 o'clock, so I'm going to do this one really quick. But then I just use the last few tons. Oh, we need the jump jets, of course. 5 jump jets is the standard amount that a Jenner has, and I usually keep that standard. And then I use the 3 tons for armor. It really does help the Jenner quite a lot. We're going to just max out the arms because all the firepower's in the arms, and obviously we want to keep those up and running. Let's go ahead. Let's at least put 70 in the legs. Large laser and LRM-10 on the Panther. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Kind of gives you a light Griffin. We're running a little bit low on armor. I mean, a tonnage put into armor. Okay, I'm probably going to back off the legs a little bit. Maybe just have this be 50. So, and then get this up to 75. And then just a little bit better rear torso armor. Alright, that's going to be where it's at. Definitely, I feel like it gives the Jenner a lot more survivability. Could put more in the head section, but that's fine. I probably dole out the armor differently every time I do this. I don't really pay attention too much to the exactitudes of it, but yeah, I think that's going to do it. Go ahead and confirm. That takes 11 days, apparently. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take the break here. We'll do the Panther build up after the break.